Guys, we have made it to another Friday. I will be at the Philadelphia Card Show tomorrow. I am very excited about it. Or is it just it's just the Philly Card Show? Today we're talking about 2022 Prizm football. It is coming out and we've got some pre-sale numbers. What people are asking for hobby boxes. And it's not pretty, friends. It is not pretty. We're going to talk through this product, and usually kind of the way I view new product is wait and see. I would never spend $750 on a brand new hobby box, especially just not nowadays, based on the way that we've seen kind of print runs go and the way things have gone over the last few years. I'm not saying it's 1991 or 1992 again. I'm not saying that. But they're just doing it in a different way, but it's kind of similar. There was no such thing as a box of cards in 1992 that was $750. So just the times have changed. The pricing has gone way up. There is a lot more at stake nowadays. For $750, you really have to think about, that's a lot of money for a box of cards. Our video sponsor today, Game Day Legends, we're talking about $750. You could literally, instead of getting a hobby box, get a signed jersey, get a signed helmet. I think they've got Trevor Lawrence signed helmets on GameDayLegends.com, full-size helmets that are less than $750 and 20% off with promo code DAD, 20% off anything on the entire site if you use DAD on GameDayLegends.com. It's always great to have a few nice sports memorabilia pieces, and it just looks good in your office, your house, whatever. It's cool stuff. All right, so when we look at this checklist, we've got 300 stars plus 100 rookies. And as we know, guys, with sports cards, it's really driven by draft class. I mean, that's what really drives the price, the excitement, and that's what really kind of dictates how companies are able to charge what they're able to charge. This year's draft class in football is just not good. There wasn't any breakout players. Outside really of Brock Purdy, Mr. Irrelevant, the last guy drafted. This would be his Prizm rookie card, obviously, but I want to talk about something to be careful of right here coming up. So Brock Purdy's the guy that broke out, unfortunately, hurt his elbow in the NFC Championship game. He might not even be the 49ers starter next year, and this is the breakout player. Kenny Pickett would be the other quarterback for the Steelers, played fairly average. He wasn't some sort of a standout. He wasn't completely awful either, but man, you just look at this draft class, maybe some skill players. My Saints have Chris Olave, had a great year. Garrett Wilson, receiver for the Jets, had a very good year. I mean, sure, there's some skill players in here, but when you're looking at this sort of money, you would expect there to be some sort of a chase player specifically. And so let's read what the average would be in a hobby box. So it's on average 2 autos, 10 numbered prisms, and of course you're going to have all sorts of different colors of the rainbow and tigers and all sorts of animal prints, numbered prints, whatever. 3 base plus 1 rookie prism, 7 inserts plus parallels, 24 rookies in a hobby box. So that's kind of interesting because when you think about there's 100 rookies in the checklist, if a hobby box averages 24 rookies in it, base rookies, so to speak, then those base rookie cards, there is going to be a lot of those out there for players that really, now granted, maybe 2, 3, 4 years down the road, Kenny Pickett is the next Tom Brady, whatever, the next Mahomes. Who knows? Maybe there's people that break out. That always does happen. There will be some sort of breakout player, but it might be linemen. It might be, position players. We just don't know. But that stuck out to me. 24 rookies, and there's 100 rookies on the checklist means that there's going to be a lot of base rookies out there in the wild. Another thing I thought was really interesting that struck me about this, and again, we look at these new products coming out. I talked about Baseball Series 1 being more of a collector product based on print run. I look at this in a similar vein just because of the checklist and the way that it was built, and I'll explain. The problem with this one is that hobby boxes are $750, whereas Series 1 baseball hobby boxes are like $100. $90. Very, very different price point. $750 pre-sale. I want to see if these actually sell at $750. Are they going to sell out of these at $750? That's what I want to see because I would not be surprised at all if these move downward. The one thing that struck me, I was looking at the checklist, they have various autograph subsets, Super Bowl signatures. So there's like Marshall Faulk in there, for example, flashback autos, franchise legends autos, sensational signatures autos. And you're seeing people like Adrian Peterson, Peyton Manning, Ron Jaworski auto, numbered out of 149. Ricky Jackson from the Dome Patrol, my Saints, autograph out of 99. Now, for me, that's kind of a fun chase card or a card that I would look for maybe on the open market. I wouldn't buy a $750 box to try to find a Ricky Jackson auto numbered out of 99. But my point is there's kind of some cool collector cards in this set. I also don't mind the design. And I know a lot of people probably say like, hey, this looks very similar to last year's. I mean, they haven't done anything dramatic with the overall look of the cards, but what's Panini's motivation to do so? If they're going to lose the licenses in a couple of years, what is their motivation to innovate and come out with some sort of amazing new, style of card? Why would they? I wouldn't. Frankly, if I was running Panini, I wouldn't do it. I would probably just come out with a very similar looking card set, just like they did the last year, and it was very popular. They've done that again this year. I like the look of the cards. I think they're great looking cards. I think that there's some really cool collector hits in here if that's what you're after. If you're looking to flip and make money, I would do this on ComC. Or sites like it. Maybe I know people are using Golden. I would look for like vault type ways to do this to where, you can buy, sell quickly, short-term buys and sells where you might see, maybe you see some arbitrage in some of these cards as they're getting pulled and sent in, or maybe on eBay, there's lots or something that then you can send over to a ComC or something like a ComC, because there are some fun collector cards in here. But again, the market really hasn't been set on these. I think they come out next week. The 15th is estimated release day. So that's what's going to be really interesting to me is where are they going to actually sell out at? Are they going to sell it for $750? Are they going to move down to $500, $300 a box? Honestly, with what's in these, and I know it might seem like there's a lot of hits, but you look at the checklist, it's just a bunch of stuff. I mean, Joe Namath has a card on here, a bunch of past players, kind of what they normally do. There's not going to be a lot of chase cards, in my opinion, for this particular set. The one insert that drives me nuts, manga, they look awful. They remind me of kind of like comic art cards, which the comic art cards, the Marvel style stuff, actually those look fairly good. I mean, but these manga inserts just look stupid to me. I don't know if they're popular or not. Maybe there's people that love them. The one subset I like in here, insert set, is stained glass. I didn't see an example on Cardboard Connection. This is where I got a lot of the data. Shout out cardboardconnection.com. But stained glass every year is usually a really nice looking insert. I know there's a Tom Brady stained glass this year. I've got a 2018 PSA 8, I believe is what I bought. I like the stained glass cards. I think those are really cool inserts. But again, it's just the price point on these boxes are just wicked, man. $750 for a hobby box. We'll just have to see if that actually works out. Are you buying into Prizm this year, hobby boxes, or maybe you're looking at retail? What are your thoughts on this? And like I said, I think there's some cool collector cards in the set. I might actually buy singles of some of this stuff. I mentioned the Ricky Jackson auto numbered out of 99. I think that's cool, depending on how the card looks and everything. There's certain cards in there that I think player collectors will really like. But again, wait until they hit the open market and buy them there. Buy them as time goes on. They'll probably move down in price. All right, guys, stay healthy, stay awesome. And don't forget to check out GameDayLegends.com. Promo code DAD for 20% off the entire site. Talk to you later.